2011 was definitely a special year. I think that was just kind of like my first foray into like the club scene, I think. So like I was just outside when that song was getting played. And like I remember there's like Sucker Club and Toxic and all these little like LA clubs that were popping. And that was just the soundtrack to your night. So and to your point, I definitely think this was like the first big Khaled record that was like, okay, like he really knows how to do this shit.
Right.
But shout out to Drake and T Minus and Noah 40. Like I feel like they really kind of like created this sound for Khaled to go on and kind of recreate this song in like 4 different ways.
Like, and that, literally, like, because he would follow it up like a year later in 2012 with No New Friends, or was that 2012, 2013? One of the ones. Like he followed up with many songs that sounded like that. Because remember, Take It to the Head. That was
exactly. There was like all these songs that sounded exactly like this, but just a little bit different. Also, was the I'm On One video where they kind of came up with the Drake meme where he had on like the Timberlands, like walking away.
That was No New Friends. That was
that was No New Friends.
That came out around which Heat playoff run was that? 2014, second one. Third one?
That was probably like 2013, I want to say, because No New Friends would have been on Suffering from Success. That was 2013. 2012. Well, you did get Ross, Drake, and T Minus in 2012 with Diced Pineapples. A little bit of a different vibe than I'm On One, but, same characters.
So 2011 also had the drama with Nicki Minaj and Super Bass. Remember that?
There was drama there?
Yeah. Niggas was saying
what was the drama?
Niggas was saying she want hip hop. They won't plan her on New York. Remember the whole shit with Flex and all that shit?
Oh man, yeah, Flex always did have a weird thing.
It's funny. That should be such a like New York media bias because like Super Bass was a huge record in the grand scheme of her career, and in California we weren't even. I think that shit was on the radio.
Yeah,
that shit was on. And it was on fucking Power.
Like that was the moment where it was like, okay, she's a pop, and I think like a lot of like Nicki's, I want to say resentment towards like media outlets, I would say, comes from like the reception of that. Because I remember Peter Rosenberg was getting shots off, and I'm like, wait a minute, nigga, like, how can you say anything about anything hip hop? Like she's doing what she's doing to make money, but it's something different for her. You know what I'm saying? I thought Super Bass was dope. Like I thought it was a cool movement. It's like who didn't think Nicki was gonna like go that route? You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it's super hard being the martyr because now you look at 2023, people would kill for a Super Bass. There's so many rap girls out right now that would kill for such a record that is like that, and it's not as frowned upon as it was 12 years ago to actually go into this lane and get popularity, be able to go on certain TV shows and certain outlets and certain things of that nature. It's a lot more appreciated now than it was in those early 2010s when Nicki was really the only one doing it and was able to take those risks.
And again, it was a weird moment, but it was also like the moment of like 2 Chainz that year. 2011 was like his moment. Spend It was there.
That's what I was about. 2 Chainz, that like True Religion and just everything he was repping at that time. That was hitting really close to me at that time. So 2 Chainz. It was also something else was going on in 2011. I'm trying to think.
New Boys was popping. New Boys was popping. Lil B was a couple years before that. Lil B, I would say, is kind of like 2009, 2010-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, Lil B was like 9, 10. He did have a decent 11. New Boys was 11? I thought New Boys was like 09.
He was a freshman in 2011.
Yeah, he was like a freshman in 2011. And by that time, it was kind of like late, but it was like, all right, at least he's getting kind of appreciation. But the 2010 was like the height of the meme, I guess you would say.
New Boys had Better With the Lights Off that year, bro. That shit.
Nobody try to hear that shit.
He wasn't listening to, but I'm sure that they were big. That shit was probably big in another state. Like that, niggas wasn't listening to New Boys out here.
Wait, they weren't?
I mean, they're really
no way. Oh, shout out to Chat Gang. Dion said The Throne. Watch The Throne was that year. How do we forget that?
Well, I mean,
niggas is not fucking with Watch The Throne over 10 years ago.
Come on, niggas wasn't fucking with niggas in Paris.
I feel like everybody was, but as far as like memorable moments like these, where does I don't want to be the hot take guy with this, so I'm not gonna actually say what it should say. But Watch The Throne ends up being a moment that I guess eclipses a lot of those nostalgic memories, I guess you would say. On top of the fact that I never did go to the tour either, so there's also that fact too. It could have helped if I went to the tour.
You know what else was 2011? YC. Featuring this guy from Atlanta named Future. Rax came out that summer. What a moment. Because Future actually had a couple. Yeah, wasn't that the year that that was Dirty Sprite year, wasn't it?
That was, I want to say Dirty Sprite was the beginning of the beginning of 2012 was Astronaut Status.
Yeah,
the beginning of 2011 was Dirty Sprite.
That was going up. Astronaut Status was definitely going up because that was Jordan Diddy.
Yep, Jordan Diddy. At that time, YC Rat, like Future. People don't realize he's been in the game for 10 years. Like, we haven't really gotten our Future bag yet on any of our shows yet, but like 2011 was where it started.
Because he's still going.
Exactly. He ain't slowed down yet, yo. Like, but again, like 2011 was not only like a big year for like Drake and all them, but it was like the kind of the blog crowd that year. It was a year when like the Ace Hoods and Big Sean's and all of them finally got their just due. Meek Mill came out with Tupac back that year. But there's a song that came out that I feel like California radio still plays today, and that's fucking My Last. And Marvin and Chardonnay, they still play that shit over here. They still play it.
Really?
Yes.
I can see My Last. They're still playing Marvin and Chardonnay. They're playing the hold up.
Yeah, but I don't listen to the radio, so I can't call it. We could check the spins and see.
We could call A+. He knows.
Plus will definitely know.
He knows, bro. Like it's definitely it was definitely a moment where, like, again, like all the blog era artists was popping at that point, and it was like a kind of a new generation coming out. Like, a lot of these people are like 10 years in the game now, which is crazy to even think about. And then
and it's tough.
And then we had How to Love, Lil Wayne.
That's what happened that summer. Yeah. Oh my God, She Will was that summer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I see in the chat somebody said Self-Made 1 was good. I was just listening to Self-Made 1 the other day, and it still goes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Still plenty of records. Man, that Carter 4 was so. I just remember Carter 4 getting hyped up, and it took a little while. That's how Sorry for the Wait came out, and he was like, "All right, it's taking a while. Sorry, I'm just gonna put this little tape out," which ended up being one of his better tapes. And he's like, "Carter 4 is on the way," and I was like, "He's not gonna be able to do what he coming off of jail, coming straight out of jail. He's not gonna be able to do this again like how he did with Carter 3." And lo and behold, this nigga did 1.1 million again with Carter 4.
In tight pants. Shit came out after the VMAs that night.
Niggas was so bad.
You know, it's really huge in 2011. I'm just like kind of doing the research to it. Look at Me Now.
Yes.
Which is still a big ass record. Like, you hear that shit. I think Chris Brown still performs that. I know Busta Rhymes does for sure.
For sure performs it.
Yeah, Look at Me Now. That was a record.
No, it really was. And again, Chris Brown was finding his kind of second wind at that point. It was tricky for him, you know what I'm saying, coming out of that, you know, the Rihanna situation. That first album that came out when he first got out, it didn't really do crazy, but then Deuces hit, and then all these other songs hit, and it was like, yo, he was really kind of like back in the public eye, and you know, 2011 was the young nigga summer. Like, Mark talking about 2016, but 2011 was a young nigga summer. 2011 was a young nigga summer, bro. Like, period.
You know why? Because Travis Porter dropped Bring It Back in 2011, and that for sure was going crazy.
100%. So.
Also, side note, or not even side note, but just a big record that came out 2011 was Yonkers, Tyler Creator.
Oh yeah, a little known artist named Tyler Creator came out with a video that went right to MTV. He eats a roach and hangs himself, and it gets play. Still amazing to this day that he got that past standards and practices.
Boy, what a time. I remember Tumblr. You could see fireworks going off on the Tumblr dashboard. We won! We did it! It was on MTV! That was such a crazy time.
Shit, LA was saying that shit too. It wasn't just Tumblr, bro. Like I didn't realize how much of a just love that a city can have for an artist until I went to, and I think you went too. I think you were there too, Josh. Or it was like one year me and A Plus went to our Future Carnival. Back in like the year Lil Wayne. Oh
yeah, I have a picture on stage with Wayne as he's performing.
Yeah, like that. When I went that year, I was like, bro, like there wasn't a single fucking Nike in there. It was a bunch of Tyler the Creator Vans, and I said, yo, like I swear to God, it was Tyler Creator Vans. Everyone was wearing them shits. Everyone was wearing Golf Wayne. It was wearing old new shit. Like and for that to be the beginning and to see where he is now, I can't help but clap it up for him, man. Like.